Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown.
Hey, yo, it's The Building Downtown. You can follow us on social media at The Building DT. You can follow and subscribe to the show on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm your host, Jason Kelly. You can follow me at JKellyMMA. You can follow my co-host, Kirill Kasatskiy at Krill Raps, and my other co-host, Amy Barton at Ames Bell. Today's guest has a resume, battle rap resume that wears many hats, many titles. We're going to get through all of them. So let's not waste any more time. West Coast Copasetic Soul. How's it going, my man?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you could make it. I know we've been trying for a couple of weeks and we've been talking back and forth. So it's like every conversation we have, I find out that you have another involvement in battle rap. I want to get into all those, but we got KOTD Season 1 going on right now. We got Smacks doing events, iBattles doing events. Events are popping up everywhere. But this midweek, what people call a battle, I don't consider it a battle. Did you happen to catch Dipset versus the Locks?
I did see the highlights. It's what everybody's talking about, and I can't say that it's anything but positive for the culture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not positive for Dipset though. They got their asses kicked.
It was a little one-sided. Depending on who you ask. There are a lot of people who I think would argue that, but that's what this is about, right?
They're delusional.
What do you think?
Well, what do I think? I think I think that it's a lot like battle rap. You know, there's a lot of different moving pieces to beating somebody in a ring, and part of it is bravado, part of it is showmanship, and that can really contribute to a body bag.
Yeah.
Who knew Copasetic was such a diplomat?
Not me.
Look at this nonsense. We're gonna have to stop this shit.
I know. I was expecting some spicy talk.
Yeah, man.
No, I've had to I've become a promoter, right? As soon as I stopped battling and I became a promoter, it was like, okay, now everybody is cool and I love everybody all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy how that role changes, eh? If you move from actual competitor to someone who's in a position like promoter or matchmaker, something like that, you got to change your whole approach to things.
Yeah.
Getting into promotion, let's kick it off there. Since then, have you had any problems with someone you might have said something about in the past where they don't want to work with you, or it's difficult to get them to battle someone under your brand?
Definitely. I don't know if me booking specifically, but I was trolling A-Ward pretty hard a few years ago. And it's all love, obviously. It's all love. But there are guys for sure. I think mostly the UK guys, because I don't run into them as much.
Yep.
We have a lot of fun going back and forth with the UK guys. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoy everything that they're doing over there in the UK, and I'm a big fan of how they've kept things going after Don't Flop's little implosion. Shouts out to them. Shouts out to all the leagues out there in the UK keeping it going.
Mm-hmm. Your position is what with KOTD? Are you the president of KOTD Vancouver?
No, actually, I don't really know. It's sort of
I'm just there.
Right. It's like the Wild West out here. So, I'm happy to help out however I can. And obviously I was running the division here in Vancouver for a period of time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just sort of like, it just feels like the ground floor. It feels like the beginning of battle rap. If you were to talk about jazz music in the first 13 years of jazz music or whatever it is, you wouldn't say, who are the greats, who's on your Mount Rushmore. You'd say, this is just the start. You guys are just getting started here.
But how did you find yourself in that position in Vancouver?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, that's interesting because I definitely wanted to be just a battler. And I remember when I was starting out, I wanted to climb to the top and I wanted to run the division. And then it's the closer you get to the top, the more you realize how much responsibility and how difficult that job is. And it's sort of like, I don't really want to be running things. Actually, it's not as much fun as just being a battler. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, we had a good run on GZ, and I was battling like all the time. I was interacting with the fans on Facebook. I was on Twitter. I was just pushing my brand as much as I could. And I got the battle with SM, or Non Fiero, as he is known now. And that went to the main channel, which was dope, and sort of opened the door. And so they booked me versus Marv, which was a lot of fun and very controversial. But that was it for me. I was like, boom, here I am. Let's go. Marv won. So let's keep it going. But at that point, the person who was running the division, whose name is Willie B. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's sort of a operate from the shadows kind of guy.
Okay.
And he's just brilliant. He's a wonderful human being and really really intelligent. He's one of those guys who, in the culture, you meet him and you say, "What are you doing here?" You're just really, really clever and really, just compassionate and giving and just a great human being. And he was sort of curating the division at that point, and he had to step down because of health reasons. So he had to take care of his family, take care of his health. And we didn't have anything after that event with Marv 1. It was just sort of, quiet. And I realized that if there was any point that somebody needed to pick up the slack and keep things going, that would be it. So I jumped in and I started working with Lasparka, who a lot of people know is sort of like the figurehead of the Vancouver division.
Yeah, I actually thought he was the guy at the top of the mountain.
For sure. He's the GOAT, and he's the party conductor.
Yeah. He looks like a very good time.
The best, honestly, the best and best quality kind of person as well. Love Force, that mantra from him where you just, he's all about creating that welcoming environment for the battlers that we fly out, as well as new fans and just everybody that has a great time there. It's really centered around that philosophy of Love Force, which is great. Very positive. We used to have a lot of fights. We used to have a lot of mean mugging and fights and just guys who just wanted to scrap all the time. And surprisingly, that you didn't like that. Surprisingly, fans didn't enjoy to be in that atmosphere where guys are getting glassed.
Oh, shit.
So when he took over, he really changed the vibe, and we grew like crazy and built it up into this thing where, finally we have main channel battlers like Ellipsis, and we're getting guys up there, Cody the Catch, and I don't know, all the guys, Pigsty, DDSS, all those guys from back in the day.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, that 2-on-2 with Ilmac and Thesaurus against Manic and Spite, wasn't that in Vancouver?
Oh yeah, that was.
And they're fucking Ilmac and Thesaurus, the goddamn battlers in this shit, almost got in a fight.
Yeah, no,
right?
Manic's is an emotional guy.
He was angry that day, very angry that day. That was a body.
Guy.
That was a body.
I was there actually. It was there.
Oh
live.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you can see in the footage. I had long hairs down to my shoulders. Terrible. But yeah, it was surprising. And I remember talking to the guy who was filming it, David Lee, who's he's the owner of Hip Hop Vancouver, and he's filming it. And he's like, "Should I keep recording?" It's like, this is getting ugly. For people who don't know, they got into it like immediately after the battle, and Ilmac is like, "No, I meant everything I said. You suck." And just
I love Ilmac.
Intense. And then you hear like a glass break, and you're like, "Okay, this is getting out of hand."
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's, it was like that before Love Force came in. But we turned things around and we started building, and we had a great roster. I say we have a great roster. But we built it to the point where we had that regeneration event with Sketch Menace versus Real Deal, Ellipsis versus Chilla Jones, and me versus Marv 1. And great card. And then nothing. And I felt like we were losing momentum, and I had to step in and throw something. And then I started throwing events for KOTD at that point.
Was there any other option besides KOTD?
What's funny? There was that's a really good question. There was Smoked Out was the local league, and they were going to take over, but it's like KOTD has been this thing in Canada, like it makes Canada important. I don't want to say that, but it's so true.
Mhm.
It's like, you know, KOTD is the second largest English speaking battle rap league in the world.
Mhm.
And now you've put Vancouver on the map with Los Angeles and New York and like Detroit. Like that's it. It's Toronto, Vancouver. It used to be Calgary too, when there was a Calgary division.
Yeah.
And that meant a lot to our battlers, because you could work towards something. You know, you could work towards, hey, I want to be on World Domination. Hey, I want to be on Blackout at some point. You know, Pigsty battled Jinai from South Africa on World Domination. It's like on the big stage, there's our guy. That means something to our guys. So we really wanted to just keep King of the Dot going, because that's just something special.
The core group is obviously based out of Toronto or the GTA, Organic, Gully, and the staff has grown over the years. But where you're fucking half a country away, how much leeway do you have, freedom, when you're setting up cards or any sort of work that you have outside of participating in the battles? Like, does Organic say, you know what, I have faith in you, run your own shit, or do you kind of have to report back, ask for permission? Like, how much leeway do you have there?
That's another good question. Damn. Shit. Just digging out all the secrets. I gotta say, you know, as long as we were doing GZ, it was cool. It was when we started booking big names, then they sort of want to know what's going on, just so that they can coordinate with their big events. So we're not doing like, you know, oh, you book some guy who's going to be booked a month later at a big event. You know, it just for coordinating schedules, things like that. But the GZ, they sort of let you develop as much as you wanted to. And Organic was in touch regularly, and he's very generous with his time. He's been very gracious and very helpful to me. And you know, when you think about it too, like very few people in the culture have been through what he's been through that have his level of experience, his level of expertise and knowledge. And Gully's the same way. They've kind of been through it all, you know. Like if there's anybody to lean on, it's these guys. They're very generous and patient with their time, and extremely knowledgeable. They're just sort of like the best guys to have in your corner. So I'm very grateful.
Especially Organic. I mean, he was doing this shit way back when it was like off the top, over a beat against an opponent you don't even know. Your opponent got scheduled 8 minutes ago, right? Like, he's been in this shit for a long time. He saw the complete development of it all. So
it translates. It translates for sure.
Has he or anyone had to step in? Like, say you were talking to a battler about setting something up, and then they caught wind of it, or you report it back, and they're like, no, we have something in the mix. Fucking scratch that right now.
You know what it was? It was I was trying to book Real Deal versus DDSS for my first event, because I just wanted to like just kick it off. And I still think that would be a great battle if we could get DDSS out and Real Deal out. And Real Deal was down to do it, but he was booked versus Poe Rich in Ottawa for Gully's event. And Gully was like, hey, we did this thing with Real Deal, and Real Deal was just sort of like, he's just like with it, right? And Real Deal's like, yeah, let's do it, whatever, I don't care. It's like, actually no, we probably want to just make sure that everything's cool, and have you do the Poe Rich battle, and we'll set something else up down the road. But like, it's really just a scheduling thing. It's never a veto of our aspirations. It's like just making sure that everything works, trains run on time, you know?
Yeah. Do you work with any other promotions, like outside of KOTD?
I don't know what, I mean, like battle rap wise.
Yeah, I don't mean participating wise. I mean like help with setting up cards, give any advice, be some sort of help, assistance. Yeah.
I really like to support battle rap wherever. Locally, we've got 2 leagues. We've got Big Valley Battles, which is up in Kelowna in the interior of BC, and Smoked Out Battles, which actually split up. So Smoked Out Battles is like Alberta and Ontario right now, and Set the Bar is the new Surrey League. So you know, I'm happy to help them whenever. If something happens, I remember there was an event where the promoter couldn't make it, and we like stepped in to run the door and host the show. And like, it's a real strong community out here. So we've got each other's backs. And in the same way, there's, you know, the first event that I threw, I made the mistake of battling on the card, which is, you know,
that never goes well.
right? And I
Yeah.
didn't know what I was doing, and I couldn't find anybody for the gingerbread man, and I couldn't get anybody in time. And it's like, this guy's great. He deserves somebody halfway decent. You know, I don't want to get some schmuck out here.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we were like, well, why don't you battle him? And somebody recommended, why don't you battle him? And I was like, I guess I could battle him. And put myself on the card. And then I had to battle that night. And just Mike from Smoked Out at the time, from Set the Bar, it's very confusing. He came and he hosted and he helped out, and everybody sort of pitched in, so I wasn't running the event by myself.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. This community is everything here. It's really strong. It's people who love each other, who care about each other, and love and care about battle rap, man. Shit's awesome, you know?
Yeah.
Before we got back into battle rap, there was a possibility of you saying you work with other promotions. Like, what else are you into?
Oh yeah, yeah, right. It's like the battle rap. I mean, battle rap is it for sure. But I come from hip hop. I mean, LaSparka, he saw me at shows. I was opening for you know, Raekwon and Ghostface with my crew, and we were doing shows. Yeah, in the city a lot. You know, can't remember now. So long ago. Black Milk and High Road. You know, all these like hip hop names. And he would come out to these shows and he would say, you know, you got to battle. You got to battle. You got to come out and battle, man. I'll put you up against Stevie B. No, I like being a fan. But eventually, you know, he convinced me to come out and battle, and I battled Little G, and after that it was just like, fuck it, you know, this is what I want to do. This is the shit. So I still work with Illegitimate, and you know, we've got music coming out, and I still love making music, but battle rap is the thing for sure. It's the primary.
But it started with hip hop, so you wanted to be a rapper in some form or fashion first before getting into battle rap?
Yeah, no, I really didn't know anything about battle rap when I started. I was friends with a rapper locally named Azrael, and I am still friends with him. He's a really great ambassador for the culture in Vancouver, and just a phenomenal human being. And he did an album called Tap Water with Aspire, who you guys might know.
Yep, yeah, I know who Aspire is. So
Aspire is the reason that we have King of the Dot in Vancouver, because of, you know, the WRCs and all that stuff.
Okay.
He Scribble Jam. I don't even know but he was, you know, he knew Organic, or he was like, hey, I want to throw KOTD battles out here, and Organic's like, cool, let's make it happen. And then, you know, who was it? Sunreal and Emotions and Manic and all those guys got involved, and they created the Vancouver division back in the day. But Aspire is obviously, you know, he's a real icon for Vancouver battle rap. And when I would hang out with Azrael, Aspire would be like, hey, let's watch this battle. And, you know, I watched Disaster versus A-Class, and I was like, what is this? This is crazy. And I got hooked, and I started watching all the grind time shit, and then started going to events here and saw Pigsty, and saw DDSS and Apiola. And it was just like, man, the culture was so strong. We had so much talent here. I just got sucked in.
I find that not like hard to believe or anything, but I am a little thrown off by it, because like the way you approach battle rap, last Sunday is a perfect example. XL versus Born. I even put on Twitter earlier that morning before the battle happened, they're gonna rap. Like they when they battle, they actually rap. So like I expect that more from a rapper, but when I watch you battle, you bring like an entertainment value. You clown around, you joke, you still do rap. You add
I'm not rapping at all. What's going on?
There's at least, the words at least rhyme. Okay, we'll give you that much. Right? Like, so that kind of throws me off. I would figure like you saw battle rap first, want to get into battle rap, make some music on the side. I figured you bring. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I come from, like, I do have a theater background for sure. I did a lot of acting as a kid, and that part plays into it a lot for sure. But I think it's, you know, for me, it was like, you know, the Dunning-Kruger effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you think you know a lot about some shit. And at the beginning of my battle rap career, say, I thought like, oh man, this is easy. I don't even have to really rap. I can just like do whatever I want. And I was fucking around. So that's pretty much where I got my style. I was just sort of like fucking around most of the time. Okay. And I didn't really put the rap into it, which is like so much more fun. I mean, rapping is great, but let's be real. Like annoying people, that's my fucking lane.
Wow.
And you put like time and effort into your performances and planning. Like you have, I don't want to say gimmicks, like you have like a strategy and things to do that are, they're new things. Like even last night or 2 nights ago, whatever, me and you were messaging each other and you show me the picture from the selfie with Marv from that battle. And I told you, I was like, oh shit, that's what I've wondered for years. Like, how the fuck did that turn out? And I've also wondered too, I wondered if you even took a selfie. I was like, or is he just fucking around? Like, did he just hold his phone up and pretend?
Oh,
so
man.
How much planning do you put into it for all these different battles, all these different gimmicks or whatever the hell you want, word you want to use? How much planning goes into that?
I really felt like when I was doing this, you know, I think it was like the losing streak that did it for me. Is I was doing really well, and I you know, had my first 2 PY battles, and then I did a GZ, and it was like, you know, I can rap and I can, you know, make fun of people and I can do that, but to really stand out, I need to do something else. I need to do something different. And I really tried to push different narratives and different ideas, and just like really fucking around, honestly. Is just sort of like this idea that if I just rapped, then I would be forgettable. And that's what sort of drives me to that. The Marv thing was I was watching a lot of Marv battles, and he would take all these, you know, small league battles and just freestyle and wax these guys. And, you know, everybody would walk away like, oh, look at Marv just fucking smoked another rookie and was nothing for him, right? And I was like, damn, I don't want that to happen to me. I need to do something different. And that's basically what it is. I just feel like I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing, it stands out. It's not just sort of lost in the mix.
Did you wait at some point, did you make a mental decision to be like, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to kind of chill. I'm not going to go full daylight on shit. Like, did you think that through, or were you just like, whatever happens is what we're going with?
Going full daylight. Let's go. That's really it. Honestly, I didn't like daylight a long time ago. I know, right? It's hard to believe, but I saw him versus Pat Stay. I was on that card in Toronto.
That was uncomfortable. That was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I was there in the audience.
Me too.
And it's like, for people, oh, really? Amazing.
Yeah, man.
For people who don't know, this was a very intense title match, because Pat was the champion, but people knew if Daylight really showed up, he could win. He could take it from Pat. But was he going to show up? And they were calling for him, you know, can Daylight come to the stage? And, you know, 10 minutes goes by, and it's like, Daylight, please report to the stage. And now 20 minutes goes by, and you're like, man, is he even here? And then he shows up in costume, and oh man, and it's just an absolute zoo. I don't even know what word you would use, but it was just pandemonium. The people beside me are just frothing at the mouth. Just, get him, Pat! Get him!
Yep.
Huge Pat Stay fans. And then the battle ends, the event is over, and I'm walking outside like, damn, I think Daylight won that. You guys there? I think Daylight won that. Just getting daggers from everybody. He's something special. When I saw that, I realized that, you know, it clicked for me. It's like, this is entertainment. This is first and foremost, like, yes, you got to battle, you got to rap, you got to do those things. But this is about, you know, creating moments and entertaining people first and foremost.
He was just saying that he's willing to battle any industry rapper for $1 million, right? It was Justin Metcalf that posted that.
Oh, Daylight did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's like, I'm ready to take anybody from the industry for $1 million. I got $1 million cash right now.
I mean, Daylight says a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
He's really operating on another level for sure.
Yeah, but when he shows up and he packed a fucking lunch that day and he comes to battle, you're fucked. It's real hard to beat him when he shows up and really goes in on someone. He's so talented.
Crazy. Yeah, he's and you know, he's thinking about it like strategically. He's thinking about it in ways that are just trailblazing. You know, he's just very inspiring.
You
For sure.
mentioned you have a theater background, and that plays into things. Now, the first
Sure.
KOTD event I went to was Pat versus Holohan, and I remember going to it. And the two friends I went with, they had been to a few battles before. Now I'm going in thinking like I'm walking into fucking the worst neighborhood in Harlem. Like I got to be ready. I got to have head on a swivel. You never know, guys are gonna have guns. Like I'm thinking like I'm going into the worst of the worst. I'm standing in line outside. These three like hipster fucking guys standing in front of us in line. I've never seen them anywhere. I don't know who the hell they are. They may have went on to be something in battle rap, and I just don't recognize their faces. But they were talking about their battles, and all three of them were talking about how having a theater background helps them when they battle. And right then and there, I was like, "Oh, I am not in the worst place in Harlem. That's for damn sure." So I always thought, I was like, well, for the first little while, I'm like, I don't know how the fuck those nerds could think that. But as I got more into battle rap, more characters come out and stuff, I realized that I get it. But I've never got to talk to anyone that's actually battled plus has a background in theater.
Sure.
What exactly is it? Obviously, standing on stage and performing, that's fucking anyone can see that. But what are some of the minor details someone wouldn't even think of that helps you prepare and cross over from performing live theater and standing on stage insulting people?
Yeah, so much. Yeah, no, it's fascinating how separate those worlds are and how much crossover there is at the same time.
Yeah.
I think me personally, like projection is so big. Developing talent. I love watching rookie battles, and I love watching guys who don't know what to do because they don't know what not to do as well, and that's great. But a lot of the time you'll get guys who know how to write and they'll deliver it all to their feet. And it's just heartbreaking to watch because, it's really not that hard. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'd say that's the biggest thing is projection is you sort of treat everybody in the audience like, hey, they're your friend or they're your bunch of friends. And you've got this shit to say about this guy and how dumb he is. And it's going to be hilarious.
Who's on your list of people who are the best at that other than Pat Stay?
O'Shea is definitely top 3
Oh,
for me.
yes.
I don't think there's anybody who really owns the room. I mean, O'Shea versus Charlie Clips is a great example of two of the greats of being charismatic and comfortable on stage, just owning the room. And just, I mean, O'Shea walks into Ireland and insults them all and has them in the aisles. Like just goes a whole round just making fun of the Irish people, and they love him and they're shouting his name. O'Shea is just a lovable guy, and he exudes that likability in the ring. It's just super powerful. And he's hilarious, and he's a great rapper too. He's really, really talented on all fronts. I think he's underrated.
Yeah, his battle verse, my verse is fucking hilarious.
So funny.
That is hilarious. Yeah, man. That guy, he's a battler that I like what he brings because it's still hip hop, but there's just something else completely different that he brings. And it's not that awkwardness like Cheddar or Carter or whatever. And It's not like this stage presence clowning on you like Pat does. He's just fucking roasting you basically the whole time. And he's also very self-deprecating too. So it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, just, I think that's the same thing, somebody who understands that this is a show. We're here to entertain people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a competitive aspect of it. And I definitely feel like that is a double-edged sword. Sometimes it works for you and sometimes it works against you. But I've never really had that. And I mean, the very few times that I've tried to win, it didn't go well for me. And I learned a lot, which is great. But a lot of the time, when I was going to just, have a good time and, oh man, I really loved this material and I couldn't wait for people to hear this material. That was the mindset that got me the best reaction. That was the mindset that made me the most relaxed. It was like, that's what people come for, I think.
And obviously, you mentioned earlier you've had to take a step back from being an active battle rapper, being into the promoting side. And obviously, this past year and a half of COVID has made nothing easy for anyone to do anything. But you're not completely done, right? Like, it's not like you've said, I'm never battling again. Verse Tracker, sorry, has you battling in August sometime. Is that correct?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I did have to step back while I think when you're running a division, when you're booking cards and booking battlers, there's no place to book yourself. Like I booked myself versus a gingerbread man because I couldn't find anybody, and I knew it would be a good opportunity for him, and I could get him some views.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I want to put my guys on the card. That's the goal of a promoter, is to promote your guys. And so I had to step back, and now I'm working with KOTD alongside KOTD. I don't even know. But yeah, I'm working with KOTD, so there's no real place for me on KOTD anymore. But small leagues, I love the culture. If there are people from small leagues, I go to No Coast. I go down to Washington. They've got a league there, 4 MCs by MCs. It's a great league, good people. And I'd love to just come down and entertain a crowd. So I'm not done. I'll still battle. But I think that, those aspirations
Not at the events you throw?
What's that?
Yeah, never at the events I throw, that's for sure. And never, I don't see myself being on KOTD or anything like that anymore, which is, it is what it is. But who knows what the future holds. I just, I enjoy to do it, and I enjoy to help build the culture. That's really what it's about. I love how much you guys love battle rap. Like when I watch your podcast and I see how much you care about it, and I'm like, this is all over the world. This is like, what you guys are feeling. And it's like the UK, it's in Africa, it's in Australia, New Zealand,
Philippines.
Totally.
Philippines, it's like fucking hockey over here.
Crazy. Yeah. No, it's it's
that's still so weird to me.
Yeah, no, totally.
Killing it, right? Like just like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. I know. It's when Sharon first told me that how big it is over there. He was telling me that there's a show that's like the Ultimate Fighter, the UFC show, but it's a battle rap show, and it's like the highest ranked show on TV. And he's talking about Looney and all this stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? I just couldn't accept that fucking knowledge. It just seems so weird.
South America, in Mexico, they got Spit Mex, which is like mostly freestyle. Africa was a big deal because I remember they had Scrambles for Money down in South Africa, and I followed that for a while, but that sort of collapsed. And then recently I've been in contact with the people who run Battle Rap Nigeria, and there's a new breed, let's say wave of enthusiasm for battle rap in Africa. And it's great because now you've got a bunch of people who are developing talent over there. And it's this thing that's just infectious. I don't know what it is, but this entertainment that's competitive at the same time. I mean, I'm sure you guys have fucking run the gamut on MMA comparisons, but it's basically that, right? Like that's the similar thing. I don't know. What do you guys love about battle rap? What is that thing about it?
Oh, I love like what first I loved about it. Like I've been a hip hop head since I was a little fucking kid in the 80s. And fucking what I've always liked the most is the lyricism, whether it's you're telling a story, painting a picture. And then as like the Kumo DL Cool J shit started happening, I was like, wait. They talk shit to each other too. And like that raw aspect. But then as it's developed over the years, because at first, like I would see a guy come into Grind Time that could be like a Carter Deems. And I'm like, he's not rapping. Right. Like, I just want to fuck that. That's not what I'm here for. But obviously learn to accept it. And as it grows, it's these different things that people bring to it, but still tie it back to the essence of hip hop. And it's the one-on-one, no team bullshit. You're not relying on a beat. You're not relying on anything else except for yourself being in there.
That's fire.
And when the actual like things that I really like about the going on in the battles, my top thing would be character assassination. When a guy just takes another human being and just fucking breaks him down in front of everyone and does a really good job of it, I fucking love that.
It's really a skill for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a word nerd. So if you can bend words and, like double entendres, triple, like that kind of stuff is what gets me the most. So like, I like rappers. I like really thoughtful writer rappers. And then behind that is definitely a sense of humor, but I feel like it's one more step above like written recorded rapping to be able to also stand in front of somebody else on the spot, one take, and just do it and be good at it. And like, that's something that I will never tire of.
It's crazy. Krill, you were gonna say something. Pull the mic up, Krill. Want to hear you. What's going on, man?
I was gonna say
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I was taking my turn, right? No, but for me, it's definitely words and rhymes, right? Like I love my rhymes, but the stage presence is a big thing. But most of all is when somebody breaks down around, right, and you're like, "Fuck, there's no topping that," and then the next dude's just, bam,
Yeah.
right? There's no fucking topping that. And then it goes fire again, right? That's the feeling I love the most. About
So
it,
good, yeah.
When they keep topping each other, right? That's just the
Yeah.
It's definitely
Sorry, I don't know if you guys have seen Cali Smooth versus Disaster.
Yeah.
That one was like, I think it was just a 1-rounder, but you see Cali Smooth and he's just like cooking the whole round. What's he doing? And you're like, man, this is like, Disaster is like in trouble here. This guy is fucking rapping and like just doing a great job. And then Disaster comes over the top and he's just emasculating him. His physical presence is just overpowering him with everything. It's crazy to watch that dynamic.
Back to the combat sports comparisons, right? MMA, boxing, whatever. That's just like a fight where you see a guy getting fucked up and you're like, oh my God, it's going to end. It's going to end. And then all of a sudden the tide starts turning and the other guy's coming back. You're like, I can't fucking believe this is happening. You know what I mean? It's just two guys letting it all out in a ring in front of everyone. And it's so fucking exciting.
Sometimes it's the end too, right? Waiting for the call, for the judge's call.
Yeah, the anticipation.
I remember during the last season, whatever it was, the KOTD had the Grand Prix.
Yeah,
I yelled at TV a couple times.
Yep. Oh fuck yeah, Kirill friggin' he raps. He's a recording artist. He switched from rapping in Russian his whole life last September, so like 10 months ago, to English. And last year, early this year, he put out a song. But he was working on it last year for sure with So Severe in Times. And when So Severe beat Eddie I on short notice, fucking Kirill literally jumped out of the chair, watching it together, and he was clapping his hands like Hercules. He was so fucking excited, right? I loved it. We did a recap show right after it, and I was talking about how much I fucking love that, to see that excitement and that passion come out of someone, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. And the wordplay is like, that's the thing. It creates a chemical reaction in your brain, right? It's kind of, this is gonna sound nerdy. I'm a big nerd, so I'm just gonna go in.
That's all right.
But,
that's what I like about you.
Hey, thank you. There's a small percentage of people, I know there's an audience out there.
Someone likes me.
It's me.
Someone. But Alan Moore is the guy who created Watchmen. He's a big comic book writer from back in the day, and he's like a wizard. He considers himself a wizard, but he said something that really stuck with me many years ago. He said that it's like magic. Basically, you're saying words, you're spelling words, or a spell was a spelled word, and when you say it, it creates a chemical reaction in people's brains. Whether it's wordplay or like puns or just anything that, like a punchline that makes you think about the separate meaning, the third meaning, if there is one. That's an actual change that's happening in your brain. So you're literally casting a spell over a crowd of people that causes them to react. And it's like a dueling wizards. It's like a fucking, a magic battle where you're who has the most powerful spells and whose spells last longer. And, and I just got super nerdy there. I went into it.
Dude, when you battle, it's going to be on my story and you're going to have a little wizard hat on. I'm going to add a line. I can't wait. This is amazing.
Yeah, no. So I got a battle in August against this young guy.
Wait,
Franklin.
We all know this is August right now, right?
Yeah, this August, next August, in this month. I know, it just confuses me. I got, I'm writing it right now. Actually, this guy, he's a good kid, and I really like him. So I'm gonna really kick his ass as hard as I can.
I was like, Carter bars, great. Great.
It's out of love, kid. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
That's exactly it. No, he's got to know. I mean, when I think about the most progression that I've ever had, it's when I really got Isaac Knox beat the shit out of me. And
yes, I'm glad you can admit that.
Let's be real. That was a wake up call for me. Lush One was there, and Nove was there, and a bunch of people that I respect from the culture, and they just didn't want to hang out with me at the after party. And, it's like, okay, I get it. I get that I fucked up. I get that I did something wrong here. Let me just, everybody wanted to sit down with me and be like, okay, listen,
Aw.
and
They were all sunning you, dude.
for real. And I deserved it. And if I can do that to somebody else, then I will, for sure. That's my job.
For you, looking at battles in other leagues, because KOTD is not really an option for you. You seem very fond of the UK scene. Is Premier something you'd like to battle on? Yeah,
I love Premier. I think that I love Premier. I love what they're doing. I don't think I'm in Bison Briggs's good books right now. I'll just be real with you. I love the guy. I know he's very well respected in the community and everybody loves him. And I'm sure that if we got to hang out and chat that it would all be cool. But I was mouthy. I was mouthy back in the day on Facebook when I was battling, and I said stupid shit to the wrong people, and they don't forget. So I think Premier might be a stretch. I really fuck with Dub Scandal. They're a great league. Dub Scandal has that vibe where like it's in homie's backyard.
Yeah.
Like just everybody's having a really good time, and there's no pressure. And there's a lot of the best battlers in the UK right now have come up from Dub Scandal as a development league. And I really fuck with Chip and John, the owners of the league, and Kofi and Conman are two guys who are heavily involved or were heavily involved with Dub. Just really good people, really quality people. I know they got a lot of them. Rap is Full is another league with great people that I really love and respect. If KOTR was still around, I fuck with those guys. I battled Mickey Worthless. They know who I am. Hopefully.
For real? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, that was when I promised to stop doing gimmicks. As I battled Mickey Worthless. That was actually, after Isaac Knox, I told Willie, I was like, listen, he was like, listen, you gotta fucking stop doing gimmicks, or we're gonna stop on stage. And I was like, all right, I kind of see your point. At this point, like I would argue with you, but I kind of brought puppets on stage and got bodied for 3 rounds in front of my friends and family. So maybe you have a point. So I battled Mickey, and I love those KOTR guys. This is the embodiment of what I love. People coming together to have a good time. No bad vibes, really.
Yeah. And with we see different politics of battle rap going on here and there, and we never get into those conversations on here because it don't really give a fuck, right? Like I don't give a shit if one league is trying to have a contract where you can't battle other leagues. This isn't what we do here. But but those politics, whatever it may be, have you encountered any of those working on the promotion side?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is what it is. Like, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It's the Wild West out here. There are no rules. There are no laws. There's no union for battle rappers. There's no representatives. There's no, people are staking their claim right now in something that I think I and many other people believe that this is the beginning of something that's a lot bigger than what it is right now.
You see Madison Square Garden battle rap event?
Oh yeah, easily, 100%.
Yeah.
I see. Oh yeah. I mean, this is the future. What we're doing with King of the Dot right now with the season is just the beginning. I mean, it's just like being able to gamify battle rap and put it into a category where you've got stats and figures and scores and people trying to make the playoffs. It's like, this is just, a lot of people don't really have that vision. And I know that Organic and Gully do, for sure.
So like you said, you grew from taking a loss, right? Something you experienced made you grow as a person and as a battle rapper and all that, right? So right now, imagine this is a Madison Square Garden, right, event you're throwing. Who would you like to battle as a headliner, right? Like for you right now, who do you think would be the biggest challenge for you?
I'd like to battle. That's really tough. It's really tough to know. You have to know who you are.
You seem to be good at matchmaking. You're not It's not, you know what I mean? Nothing new to
Oh
you.
shit! If I fooled you into thinking I'm good at matchmaking, that's great. Because like, man, you watch some of the battles that I've set up, and there's me in the background just going, "What did I do? How did I think this is gonna
You had a
work?"
couple of tries at it, okay? So let's say you got some experience, and also what would you think would be your biggest challenge, your personal challenge, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would have to say, like, I hate to cop out, but you know, it's about man, the styles, how the styles clash. I can't. I'm like colorblind to that. You know, I really love and respect Shuffle T and Dunch, but they're of a similar style to what I do, which is sort of like, oh, we're gonna clown on people, and we're gonna rhyme well and be funny and make people laugh. And having those battles, like when I battled Laughingstock, I wasn't super happy with that. And I know maybe I could have done better, but also I know that, you know, if it was the venue, if there was more people there, I don't know, but he is a similar style to me. And having a mirror match like that is not as good as, you know, me versus Marv, where I can clown and be funny, and Marv's going to come with bars. He's also very funny, but he's like rapping, and he's got bars and a whole bunch of different things going on. So like, it's tough to say. I'd say the more serious guys are more suited to me. Like if I were to battle A Ward, you know, I think that would be good, because his, I'll be real with you, his ability to project his performance is crazy. It's top tier. I mean, everybody talks about it. Something, you know, a lot of people don't get when you watch on YouTube is how that person performs in the room. And A Ward is one of those guys that's just crazy energy. And I think that would be a good challenge for me. I think that would be somebody who's like, who doesn't have the humor that I have. And like, I'm going to be real with you, A Ward, you're not watching this. A Ward, you can't match my pen. You can't fuck with my pen. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm taking you out every 9 out of 10 times with my fucking writing. But you know, that would challenge me to step up my performance and make sure that I didn't get bodied.
Side note, you would be very surprised at some of the people that listen to this show. In fact, when we first got started, we had a hell of a time actually having battle rap fans listen, but every industry person was like, yeah, I fucking listen, I fuck with you. And we were like, great, because we can get whoever we want on the show, but who the fuck is listening?
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah, well, hey, if A Word hears this, fuck, let's go, buddy. Let's do it up. He was I don't even know if he's going to be a part of the King of the Dot season 1 or something like that, but I might actually have to work with him soon. So I'm trying not to like step on any toes right now.
Well, you're not doing a very good job.
All kinds of shit happens at the buildings, man. Features, threats, you know what I mean?
Let's go.
We had Nameless call out Lloyd Banks for $5,000, said he'd fucking body him. Okay, there's a flip side. The event Kirill mentioned, Madison Square Garden. You are the promoter, the matchmaker, and you're headlining it. Who do you put yourself against as an industry rapper?
I'm really fucking up if all that's happening. Yeah. I don't know, man. You know, I feel like, especially coming from rap, you know, songwriting is so different. And I felt like I had that Dunning-Kruger thing where I felt like, oh man, battle rap, you know, I'm fucking writing real raps out here. I'm just going to come in and fucking dog walk all these guys. And it was not the case. It's wildly different. Yeah. So, you know, these industry guys can come in and they can rap, but they can't battle. I mean, you know, maybe they can, but would like to see it. I would say me and Madchild, I've been fucking gunning for that match since the old man battle.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. Madchild, he's got a long history. We would go round for round. But for real, I don't know. I think it's two different things, two very different things.
So talk some shit. Who you got to body? Lloyd Banks. You versus Lloyd. You versus Lloyd Banks. What happens?
I sell a lot more of my music. Holy shit. That's what happens. It's great promo. That's really what it is. You know, it's really what it is like grow this thing to a point where the battlers are getting paid for the work that they do. I think that right now we see a lot of turnover in battle rap. A lot of guys like, I don't want to speak for other people, but I know that there are big names in battle rap who have to work their job, who have to work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I'm not throwing shade at that at all. That's just the current reality of the situation.
Yep.
But would love it for these people who are extremely talented and good at this to be paid for their time, because I guarantee you that the amount of effort and work that goes in is not equal to the return.
Oh, fuck no.
We calculated.
Not right now.
What do we calculate? The three-round battle is pretty much a mixtape.
Oh yeah. Kirill went through the one time, like explaining to me 3-minute rounds.
Verses and the songs, you could put up a mixtape out of a 3-round battle.
Yeah.
Three 3-minute rounds. Yeah.
And but like even I'm
it's a good job, right? If it's done well, it could be it's a lot of dope material, right?
It's so much. I'm writing this battle right now for Buddy, and it's like every line has to be good. Every line has to hit on some level or set up for a better punch in the next line. And then simultaneously, I'm working on a little project, some music with a friend of mine. And it's like, oh man, just express yourself. Like, oh man, I'm just gonna these are my thoughts. Boom, here's the song. And I'm not saying that they're the same thing. I'm just there's no pressure for me to punch or for me to get across a message. It can be a lot more interpretive and, mixtape bars, like you said. I could fucking do a whole bunch of mixtapes for the amount of time that I put into one battle, for sure.
So your friend.
Oh, shouts out to Pace Beats from the island. Shouts out to my guy Scythe. Scythe is killing it right now. Scythe is producer for Illegitimate, my crew. And he's working with, I don't know if you guys know Junk.
Not familiar with
Junk and Young Stitch. Both of them have battled.
Oh, Stitch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's all over it right now. He's just producing like a maniac. Guys all over the world and just killing it on the production game.
Really? I didn't know that. That.
Yeah, definitely check him out. He's dope. Nicky Scarfo, Anonymous, all the guys in Illegitimate, just absolutely killing it. And really proud of them. Everybody's really leveling up right now. And I'm sort of like the connection to battle rap. They're all doing the music thing and I'm doing the battle rap thing.
Okay. When you see on the promoter side, because we were talking about, you booking yourself against an industry rapper, but when you see, we talked about Organic, someone like that who's been around forever, KOTD's been a staple forever. That's a guy who can really build something. Obviously, Smack has built something. I don't know ARP's past, but he's really built something with RBE. But we've seen these things pop up over the years. Fucking Total Slaughter comes to mind right away. That did not go very well at all. Okay, first of all, when you first heard about that, did you know right away? Because like Amy and I, when it first came out, we had the discussion. I was like, this is not going to go well, and it didn't. Did you kind of know right away? Like, this is these guys are going to try to reinvent the wheel, and it's not going to work. Like,
I had no idea.
Really?
No, and I don't know where my filters were at that time, but you guys, it sounds like you guys were on it. I thought, oh my God, this is it. This is the Ultimate Fighter reality TV show that we've been waiting for. You get the guys in the house and then they're all fucking top tier guys. Like, oh my God, the names involved. And then, Daylight shows up fucking naked.
Yep.
And I thought this is definitely going to be it. And was just heartbroken at how it turned out.
Maybe because we had gone through so many seasons of The Ultimate Fighter. That's how we already knew.
Yeah. Yeah. Amy and I had to cover that shit for years. But yeah.
Super impressive.
When fucking Joe Budden versus Hollow to Dawn was announced, I was like, oh God, Joe Budden's gonna die. And like, obviously Joe Budden is a much bigger name.
There's different kind of rappers, right? And when you look at Joe Budden and listen to Joe Budden's music, I really don't know what the fuck is he doing battling. Like, I'm not disrespecting.
Especially Hollow.
But yeah, that's that aside. Battling anybody, I just don't see Joe Budden as a rah type of rapper that got gun bars and I murder you and shoot you every 5 to 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you listen to Banks, it's all. You know what
I mean?
Listen to some Young Buck, like, you know what I mean? I can see that. I can see those guys stepping up and being aggressive and writing battle bars or some gun bars, whatever it is.
Not Joe Budden.
As soon as I heard that, I was just like, oh, that's not gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. That was my feeling, and it turned out right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of those guys can like fuck with battle rap, which is dope. I mean, when you see Drake, when he was doing those the back-to-back and those, like, those are fucking battle bars. Like, this guy is battle rap. But yeah, it's
Vinny Paz.
surprising how
Imagine
many
Vinny Paz on stage, right? That would be aggressive and fucking.
Vinny Paz, yeah.
But your head up kind of.
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Cope?
My bad.
Yeah, no, that's just it. I mean, I love how many people are really into the culture and really fuck with it and support it. Seeing Drake involved like that is huge, and I think it's just the beginning. Honestly, I mean, you guys know, this thing has legs. This is not the peak. This is not where, you know, battle rap is right now. I think a lot of people are stuck on that. Like, oh, this is the way it's gonna be. No, we've got a lot more to go.
Yeah. Well, season 1. Sorry, Amy, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's hard to gloss over the fact too, though, that this last year and a half has been so abnormal in every way that on top of everything you just said, you've got the added element of forcing different venues and platforms. I mean, if 2020 hadn't happened the way it happened, I personally don't think Caffeine and Twitch would have happened when or how they happened, or been half as successful off rip.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's a weird situation, and definitely, you know, it is what it is. There's nothing we can change about that. I know that the blackout event that was planned for LA that Organic was working on, like, I was going down there. It was going to be amazing. And coming off of Town Business 2,
Yeah,
like, those were really amazing events, and KOTD was back in it, but that didn't happen. And you know, COVID hit us and hit everybody.
A plus, though, like, I don't think those platforms would have popped as when they did had this year not happened.
Sure. And you know, in the long term, in the scheme of things, looking back, maybe we'll say, hey, you know, this was the catalyst for how we see modern battle rap. But I don't know, you know, I feel like it's fog of war right now. We're in the middle of it, and we'll have a better perspective, you know, a decade from now, which is a long time to wait, but really, it's really in its infancy.
Yeah. With the KOTD season 1, did you hear any talkings of that from speaking with Organic, Gully, other KOTD staff members up like before the announcement of it? Like, because I know from what I've heard, I shouldn't say I know, this is something that Organics wanted to do for a long time. He just didn't know exactly the logistics of it all. So have you heard talks about this in the past before it actually became a thing?
I'd say, yeah. I mean, I worked with them a lot on the scoring system, and
oh, really?
Yeah. So
we're gonna get into that after your answer. So continue.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to speak about.
Okay, I don't want to get you any shit, but as much as you can.
But no, I mean, I know that this was an idea for GZ. What we wanted to do for development is we set up a point system for battlers to come up through GZ so that they could say, hey, I got this many points. I deserve a shot on KOTD. Because a lot of the time we were developing guys on GZ who would be like, I can't get on King of the Dot. I don't know what's going on here. And then they'd fuck off to somewhere else, or they'd retire. And that's, you know, disheartening and hard on developing talent. And at Premier Battles, they did for a period of time, they did some judged battles in a sort of seasons-esque sort of thing. But yeah, like on this scale, with the names involved, I mean, this is wild, and it's such an enormous risk when you think about how you're going to compete with you know, smack throwing events every weekend on Caffeine. It's like, this is it. You're out on a limb here, and you're really risking it all for a concept that is unproven, and, you know, like, the scoring system, the judging, everything has to be perfect, because if anything goes wrong, it all falls apart. It's an enormously ballsy move. So, yeah, I jumped in to help however I could, for sure.
Is that where Grand Prix came in? Grand Prix was sort of a test run for the seasons.
Yeah, I mean,
test out the judges, test out the scoring systems and all that shit, right? And
yeah. So we had the scoring system with the Grand Prix, and this is Organic's, you know, brainchild. all credit to him, because it's a really brilliant system. When you think about how many people have tried to create a scoring system for what is essentially, performance art. It's subjective performance art.
Yep.
Like, damn. I don't know how you would begin to go about doing that, but he's worked it out through, his experience with boxing scoring and fights and stuff like that, which is great. And it turns out it works really well. The whole system, the point system, and my job was sort of to figure out how that would work over the course of a season, and how we could make the rankings work and incorporate the fan vote and things like that. Flesh it out a bit more. But it's Organic's brainchild. And yeah, the Grand Prix was sort of a test run. It was tough with the Grand Prix though, because once you're done, you're eliminated.
Yeah.
Like with the season, it's like you can lose a battle and end up with more points than the guy who won.
Yeah.
So it's really important to do your best going forward.
What's
crazy?
What aspects or what kind of input did you give towards developing the scoring system for season 1? If you can't talk on it, don't. Just be like, give us no comment. You've been diplomatic as fuck at the start. Go back to that if you'd like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. I definitely don't want to get you in any sort of hot water.
So. No. I think I'm pretty sure it's just common knowledge. Like, he created the this great boxing scoring system. It's a 10-9 system.
Yep.
10 points. It's brilliant. And so we needed a way to figure out how to incorporate the fan vote as another aspect of that system. So people are talking about, the perfect 150, and like, if you get 150, that's it. Everybody's looking for a 150 against their opponent. That happened because we've got the 4 judges giving their 30 points, and then we translate the fan vote into another 30 points potentially.
So with the fan vote, real quick, that whoever wins, that's does it automatically turn into? Oh no, I guess you can vote 2-1. You can vote 2-1. Yeah, I was thinking, is that an automatic 30-27? But no, on the polling you can do 2-1. Sorry, I'm an asshole. Continue.
No, not at all. That's basically it. And that helps figure it out. Like the whole point about this is that it's really new to everybody. Yeah. And
it's fun.
Even the battlers don't really fully understand, don't fully understand everything. And so, we just having to go take it day by day and work out the kinks and make sure that it's solid and that people believe in it, so that we can be ready for season 2 if we need to tweak anything. But just Organic coming with his own scoring system and us implementing it and organizing the judges so that they're really familiar. I mean, that's the most important part, is that the judges are extremely familiar, so we don't get another disaster frack thing.
I was gonna say, even though people got kicked out at Grand Prix, I think the most important part was to work out the judges.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, especially when you think about the playoffs and like the implications down the road, like we're at the first round of battles. So, like, oh man, I only got this many points. But, when you're at your last battle, you need those points.
Yep.
And it's going to be, it's every single point matters, but it matters a lot more when you're close to the playoffs. So yeah, the judging has to be super tight. I'm working on the judging commission. It's the IJC, the Independent Judging Commission.
Hey, I saw something about that. That's like a legit thing, right?
Yeah. So that's me and Mickey Fax and P Stats from Battle Rap Stats.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we've had a lot of meetings about it, and we've been working really hard, and the whole IJC community of judges is really tight-knit group, and we're really committed to keeping things fair and transparent and maintaining the integrity of all the judging throughout. So that's sort of like the stuff that I'm working on.
That's
like
cool
alongside KOTD. Yeah.
No, that's cool as shit. So like, how did that whole thing come about, and how did you end up like that trio, the 3 of you together, right? Like, is it like one guy called the other guy, or were you guys like appointed? You know what I mean? And now you're forced to work together. How did that come about?
Well, when we came up with the judging system, you know, Organic was like, we need some way to keep this
Honest.
Yeah, right. If it's KOTD, then it's like, oh, you work for KOTD.
Yep.
Oh, you're just doing what Organic says. Because I think the thing with Disaster versus Frack is a lot of people were like, oh, obviously KOD has rigged it for Disaster because they can't have Disaster lose. But that's not what happened. I mean, that's not even in the realm of possibilities. I mean, when you look at what happened, that's not what happened. You had a bunch of judges in a room who saw Disaster live, which is wildly different from seeing Disaster on a stream. And to infer that it was like some nefarious, you know, plot by KOTD to put people ahead is ludicrous. But you have to distance yourself from that perception. So I said, you know, I'm working on Reddit. Maybe we can have it be a Reddit thing. And we just wanted to find some way to make it something else. So we created the IJC. And then as we were putting the battlers or the judges together, Organic was like, Mickey Fax is really interested in helping out. And so Mickey brought in P-Stats, and we sort of put everything together, me, Mickey, and P-Stats. And now, you know, Organic is the client. So we're working for him because we're providing the judges for him. But when it comes to the integrity of the judging panel and, you know, choosing which judges and making sure that they have no bias or they have no affiliation with anybody, like these things are on the IJC. So we have that separation.
Where do you apply?
I'm sorry. Oh, where do you apply? Let's go. Oh, you want in? Let's go, bud.
Yeah,
So
Kirill actually used to set up tournaments. Fuck, you explain to him. You know better than me.
But what we had was a little different. It slowly poured into what we have here now in Canada, but it was more of a song competition. You know what I mean? So you were given a topic and you were given a beat, and everybody out of a pair would write a song to the same topic over the same beat. So you know it wasn't a song taken from somewhere else, right? And it would be guided towards your opponent, and you would have. The system was different, although the points were out of 10. You think you had 10 for the lyricism, out of 10 for the lyricism, out of 10 for the performance, and then you had out of 3 for your own personal opinion, right? Because you could be 10-10-0, hated that fucking song. You know what I mean? But you can't deny the skill. It was written well, it was performed well, but I fucking hated it. So 10-10-0, right? And it moved up, man. Some of the events had up to 13,000 people.
Yeah, amazing. And some of these guys he worked with went on to work with Versus over in Russia, because this is back when he lived in Russia. Right. And from fucking the first Grand Prix event, right? Like, we're just watching as fans. It's not like he went on an episode of The Billion Downtown and went on a fucking rant, but he'd be like yelling at me, like, what the fuck? We need to change the scoring system. The judging needs to do that. I'm like, I'm the wrong guy to talk to. Right? He's so passionate about it.
I could not understand how do we watch two people shit on each other for 15 minutes each, and then we just leave. You know what I mean? It's like nobody won. You can just go home with your
man, I hate that.
I don't understand
that. My biggest pet peeve was like, you would have like watch back in the day, and you would see guys, and the judges would line up the judges after the battle, and they'd all be like in the same room together, and the first guy would be like, I thought he won, and then the next guy would like be like, yeah, he's right, he won.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, it should be a little better than that, but yeah. I'm happy that it got worked out, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm a lot happier to watch judge battles than unjudged battles.
With you being, sorry, Kirill, go ahead.
I was just saying, even if there's a discrepancy, you can always have a rematch, whatever it is. But it's a battle rap event. There should be a winner. There should be a winner. Somebody should walk out a winner out of a fucking battle.
Yeah,
it's called a battle.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I have a question about judging from the Grand Prix to this season. We had a lot of people on that we talked to at length about the Grand Prix while they were actively in the Grand Prix. And there were multiple mentions of like, no, we couldn't have this judge because he doesn't like me, or this guy won't battle if that guy is judging. Like, what have you been doing to circumvent that now that you've seen so much of it happen last year?
Yeah, that's huge. And it's really important because it doesn't matter, you know, all of the judges we have great integrity and great professionalism, and we trust them to judge without bias. but it's not about them. It's about the perception. So anybody who's like looks like they are affiliated, or what was it? We had we had rigs on the South event, and it was like the day of the event, I found out that Riggs did this whole blog about how he hates Showtime. And I was like, oh my God, that guy's judging today. Holy shit. So we had to rip Showtime out and put somebody in. I always have 2 backup judges ready, make sure that somebody can sub in case there's an issue or something happens with their connection.
Yeah.
I noticed that, I don't know if you guys noticed too, during the Grand Prix, like sometimes there were 5 judges, sometimes there were 7 judges.
Oh yes.
Yeah. We asked. We were asking all the wrong people though. I guess I should have just called you first, because nobody had an answer for us.
I knew that too, and I knew that was a problem. It's not like it was planned that way. It was like, oh, something went wrong, and we need to get somebody in right now. So it's really about preparation and research, and all of the judges.
Are you saying when there were 7 judges, that was like things were already in process, and you were like, oh shit, this is a problem. We have to add people to offset the one that might be the problem?
I don't know what happened with the Grand Prix. I actually wasn't involved in that aspect of the Grand Prix. I was only brought in. I was helping with the Grand Prix on a technical level, but I was helping with season 1 at a much more, like with the IJC, in a much more hands-on way.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so I noticed that like you guys did, for sure.
That's so cool. Well, Grand Prix, you say a technical level you're helping on. What the fuck does that mean?
I was fucking moderating the chat, like.
Oh, okay.
So wait, stop right there. I have the one question of this entire show that you can fucking directly answer, sir.
Okay.
You ready for this? Here we go.
Hit me.
How many hours of your life have been lost to Discord?
Oh, to Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so interesting. I'm surprisingly, it's not me. It's not me. It's the weirdest thing. I know I have this perception because I am a big nerd and I started the Reddit, r/RapBattles, and like there's this idea of my technological proficiency, we'll say, but Discord is just really confusing to me. So I have a lot of trouble like maintaining my presence on Discord. I know the Reddit we have a Discord open, and I'm working on setting up the KOTD one with my guy Dankruptcy. Shouts out to him. But I'm really not very savvy with that stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. When they first tried to kick off the Discord last year, I'm not a big Discord person myself, and so, but I was like, well, let me fuck around and see who's in here. And it was literally all you all the time, every event. And I was like, this motherfucker sits here talking to himself. I mean, people came in and would talk, but I was just like, Copasetic, stop, who are you talking to? Nobody's using this. It's the same 6 people, but you are always there.
That is so funny. Shit, yeah, we're trying. I mean, we're working on it, and just trying to like, it's tough. I don't know the format very well.
Dude,
so
it's a weird platform, right? But also, to be completely honest with you, I have not hopped back in there since probably a month or 2 after it launched. Is it still a thing that really is having some time put behind it? Do people hop on there during events now that Twitch is like live?
Yeah, my guy Dank, he's putting in work. He's my connect. He's the guy who like understands that stuff, and he's setting it up. We're trying to get text battles. A lot of text battling is really popular, especially in Discord. So we're trying to get that stuff set up. Sort of have it be a KOTD platform for Discord, for the battle rap culture on Discord, more than it is, hey, we're just going to talk about KOTD on here. So, it's a process, and I'm sure as soon as we get everything up and running and we start to build a community there, then, things will start popping off. But, it reminds me of Reddit. When I started the Reddit in 2011, there was fucking nobody there. And I would have multiple accounts and like have conversations with myself with different accounts. Like it was just,
Right.
there was 3 comments on this thread. And you know, after a while, you start to bring personalities in, and community starts to develop, and it's just like magic. And now, you know, the Reddit is huge and it basically runs itself. But obviously, with the help of the mods, shout out to the mod team on Reddit.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you figure out Discord, you can teach me it, because even as a 10-year social media professional veteran, I can't Discord. Like, I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't understand it. It is so niche feeling to me. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I empathize wholly with you right there. Very
This Reddit shit, I told you I want to talk to you about that, and we're right at the perfect time. Unfortunately, Kirill has to go. He has to.
I'm so sorry, man. My work phone is.
Yeah, he has to pick up his girl, and he freaking. I was like, yeah, we'll be done by then. We're not, and I want to keep going. So, unfortunately, he has to step out now.
I try to give it an hour and a half. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to no disrespect, but there's just everything's going on.
Not at all, my G. You got to do what you got to do. It's family over battle rap every time, and it was good to chat with you. And I want to check out your music, see what's going on.
Oh, I'll send you some links after we're done the show to some of his shit.
Actually, always open to work.
Do it. Let's go.
If you're gonna like my music, bro, I'm fucking, because I've heard enough of you before this. You know,
Let's go.
I got familiar with your stuff.
Yeah.
So if you are into it, let me know. We'll talk. I just gotta bounce right now, man. Sorry. But
Sure.
It was nice having you. Thanks for coming through, man. It was a pleasure for sure.
1000%, my G.
All right, easy, bro.
All right, so
Kirill's our resident sweet talker, as you can
Reddit.
see.
Yeah,
Yes.
today he's a fucking asshole 99% of the time.
Yeah.
I know he's
I
my
love
best friend. I got to deal with this bullshit every day.
I love it.
Reddit. So you said there you started r/RapBattles.
Yeah, in 2011, I noticed there was no. I was on Reddit a lot, and I noticed there was no forum for rap battles. So there was r/battle rap and r/RapBattles, and they had the fucking ghost town. So I applied to take over, and they gave me the Reddit, and so I just started reaching out to all the small leagues to help them promote their stuff, and that got me nowhere. Right, I mean, just I'm gonna go nowhere fast. Appeal to all the little guys.
Yep. I'm gonna be that down to earth guy who works on the ground level. That'll really be my way in. You're like, yeah, that's not working. I get it. I've been there before with MMA shit.
Right? Yeah, it's really naive of me. But yeah, as soon as we started talking about URL and KOTD, then boom, everybody's over on the sub talking about stuff. And we've had a lot of different mods over the years, but yeah, it's a long process for sure.
I've spent a lot of time on there over the years, obviously, and over the past friggin' almost year now since we've been doing this show. And it's not a battle rap show, but especially when it comes to KOTD, we're balls in on that shit, right? Like I love KOTD to fucking death. So we do have a lot of battle rap content on here, and you know, it's like okay, we had a police officer on out of Toronto, and she's suing the police department. She's been sexually assaulted, sexually harassed by her coworkers, all kinds of shit. I would try to post that in different subreddits, and right away they're just like, fuck you, you know, this ain't what this is about. You don't meet the requirements, this, that. Well, with I always fuck it up. Was it battle rap or rap battle?
r/RapBattles.
r/RapBattles. There we go. Okay, with r/RapBattles, I was like, you know, I'll throw it in here. And battle rap, especially battle rap fans, that's a finicky place to get into because they will take your fucking head off if you come with something they don't like.
Totally.
And right away, it was like accepted, and there'd be a couple comments here and there, and then I don't know if it was you or someone who runs the social media started following us on Twitter. And I was like, fucking, this is awesome that they embraced us the way I've like, you know, been such a fan of them for so many years. I wanted to have someone on. I didn't know who to reach out to because I was like, I don't even know where to go. And I might get a mod who's been there for like 3 months or whatever. And then I noticed you on Facebook posted shit about it. And I was like, wait. He's part of it. And now I find out you're like the creator of it all. So like,
yeah, a lot of people don't know.
No, man, that is awesome. That is like, that's one of those things. It is like a hub for battle rap. and it's a much needed thing. I fucking find that so cool that you were the guy that, you know, took this on.
Yeah, I really saw the potential of it. I was really surprised that it didn't already exist.
Yes.
And like you said, it's like a hub. For me, the philosophy was, you know, this shit is all over the planet, and it's so powerful, this culture, and it permeates, you know, race, religion, location, just everything.
Yep.
And so I really wanted a place where we could all come together, you know, like African battle rap, you know, Asian, Russian, Australian, UK, like Irish, everybody would have a place. I feel like Facebook was really segmented. You know, it's like, oh, you like this is your group where all those people are.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But this could be a place where everybody would come together. So now that we're popping, it's like a lot easier for me to push different cultures and different regions, independent battles, and it's so much more fun, honestly. Shit, I don't know if you watch any of the battle rap Nigeria stuff, but
no,
like,
I didn't know that was a fucking thing until you told me earlier.
It's fucking amazing. And like the rap is full, the Irish scene, like those guys are fucking killers. Shouts out to Terminal. Hades is the new champ. Shouts out to him. You know, Nugget has been judging for King of the Dot on the IJC.
Yeah. That's where he's from.
Yeah, I brought him in to like represent Ireland. I really wanted the IJC to represent like globally, but it's been difficult because internet connections and things like that. So it's and plus, like, you know, like this is American, like, you know, I mean, it's global for sure, but where KOTD right now is LA, Detroit, Atlanta, New York, like it's in America right now. You know, I love Canada. I want to bring Canada in. I want to bring South Africa in. I want to bring in New Zealand, but right now the focus is America. And we'll get there, but we're just not there yet.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Amy. I thought you were gonna jump in and say something. With Reddit can be a fucking cesspool at times. I don't know if it's gotten any better or if it's always, you know, like specifically for what like you have to deal with on there. And like I said before, fucking battle rap can be a rough fucking place. Have you had to silence a lot of people, ban a lot of people, delete a lot of comments over the years? Has it gotten better? Is it still the same? Is there people who get in there and join just to say dumb shit? Like what is it you see a lot of, whether it be racist shit or just mean spirited? Is there a lot of that comes across your plate?
I think no more than anywhere else. I think it's pretty much, you know, standard fare. I really love our community, and we seem very, like, most people seem very meme oriented. So it's there's not too much gatekeeping happening. We're really inclusive. I like to really let everybody do their shit. We're just like, the only hard rules we have are no bootlegs, you know, really trying to make sure that these leagues who put their time and money into providing content for people are seeing a profit when they can. And we try to minimize the amount of bootlegs. I've had people like give me their bootleg subreddits, which is awesome. But yeah, I mean, you know, no more than anywhere else. God knows we've had our drama over the years. I don't know how close you've been watching that, but nobody cares. I think that's the end of the day, right? Like, people are here to see fucking Geechee Gotti kick somebody's ass. People are here to see whose Lux is going to battle next. People want to see, you know, Pat Stay's return on KOTD, what that's going to look like. You know, they're here for the culture. They're here for that. They don't want the drama. They don't want the politics. They don't want any of that shit getting in the way. So we try to just facilitate the battle rap culture more than anything, and try to keep the politics and that stuff out of it.
And how do you acquire mods? Are they usually people who are they've joined the subreddit?
If you could tell me, I have no idea. Jesus Christ, that is the toughest thing. Hey, would you come and do work for us every single day for free?
Yeah, no shit.
Like, and get shit on and every opportunity, and there's no pay, and it's like zero reward, and nobody knows who you are.
Yep.
So sign up, please. it's fucking impossible. We've gone through a lot of mods, people who are just burnt out. I mean, I know I'm trying to run the social media. I'm trying to, do the Instagram, do the Facebook, and do the weekly recaps now, and just like we've got a great team right now, and they're really putting in a lot of work, and it's probably the best team that we've ever had, and I'm really proud of them. But a lot of these guys who just don't know who they are, they're just good Samaritans who just want to pitch in, and that's huge, and we really appreciate that. And we're growing at a crazy pace, so we could probably use some more. But
there you go, people. Get your applications in.
For real.
How many people are on the team now? Like, how many mods are there?
Ooh, good question. He says looking it up. We've got like 7 people. Scroll down. Oh, come on. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mods right now.
Oh fuck! I thought it'd be closer to 20. Yeah,
no, we should add some more, but it's tough. It's tough because I mean, it's people all over the world. This Reddit is 24/7. It's not like we go to sleep. It's like, hey, somebody goes to sleep, somebody else has got to wake up and take over.
Yep.
We've got a really good group here. I'm in contact with everybody pretty regularly. People are running the Discord. The guys who are in the UK, guys who are in Asia, or those time zones over there. It's a good team, and it's tough. It's tough to add people. It's tough to add anonymous users who you don't really know. Like we've had problems in the past, I'm sure, with adding people to the mod team who you don't know, and then you find out later that, oh, maybe they're just a little bit crazy. Actually, the reason they have so much time for this is because they're a little bit unhinged.
Does Reddit allow a subreddit to be monetized? Like, is there a way any mods can make money, or a creator of a subreddit can make money other than the promotional
tool? Make some t-shirts, right? Or something. But no, I think that's expressly forbidden in the Reddit rules.
I thought so. Yeah.
So we're not doing that. But this is it's a great platform, especially now that we have 325, 336,000 subscribers right now.
That's awesome.
So, it's a great opportunity for leagues to promote their cards and their battles. If they're just starting out, they're not big time. There's a really a great community who will embrace new battlers and great free content. So we have that. We didn't have that before. We have that now, and it's made things a lot easier for sure.
I have always enjoyed AMAs on any of the subreddits that I follow or I've joined or whatever. Is that difficult to get done, or is there not much of a point in it? Is there not much of a reward from getting the battler to come in and do an AMA? Like what if I'm running it, my first thought is fuck it, do an AMA a week. But
I would love to do that.
Yeah, what prevents it?
We just getting in touch with these battlers, we can do it, but it's tough. I used to be really hard on it, and I would work at it a lot, work really hard, and then you got the battler familiar with Reddit, which can be just
I never even thought about that.
Herculean, the effort involved in that. Man, when I was teaching Disaster how to use Reddit, you can imagine that's a fucking SNL skit right there.
Thanks a lot, by the way.
It's not it wasn't done quickly, we'll say that. Then you have guys on Norbs came on, and he was just one word answers every time, and just motherfucker, we just we're trying here, we're trying. So yeah, it's like a momentum thing. If we could do it, we will. We've done a lot of guys in the culture, had them on, and some guys twice, but I think it's time for maybe Organic to jump on, or
that'd be a cool one.
Some of this new blood to come up and answer some questions. People love it. The community loves it. And then it helps the subreddit grow as well, which helps the community. I think, when you do well on Reddit, I've always said this, the advantage we had over RMBVA or the other forums or Facebook or whatever is when you do well on Reddit, and a post gets upvoted, it climbs the ranks of the rest of the website.
Yeah.
Where other people can see it. And then suddenly you're advertising the battle rap culture to millions of people on Reddit, which is huge. When we did the disaster AMA, that was it. It was like, this is actually on our IAMA, and this is disasters out here competing with the world's largest dog for the top spot. And people really wanted to hear from the world's largest dog. But man, disaster was number 2 that day. So we're in there.
What I came across recently that's going to help a lot in the coming weeks is Bangle, Liam Bangle.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. Amy set it up, actually. We've been working on it. We got bumped the first time we had him scheduled because fucking the Euro Cup. Is that what it was, Amy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The finals were happening at the fucking time he was scheduled to be on. So he was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it that day. And I'm like, if I can get bumped to soccer, I guess I shouldn't be too mad. It's kind of a popular sport.
Yeah, I know. Another person who's, hard work and just like resume has just been for the battle rap culture, just absolutely putting everything, it's like Avocado, or there's so many of these people out there who just they bleed battle rap culture, and they'll do whatever it takes to promote, and you got to respect it. He's huge. He's a huge get. That's dope. I'll look forward to that.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun, and he's super, super, super smart, which is like my favorite thing. So
yeah.
Avocado.
Well, I'm glad you made the exception for me.
Stop it. See, no, like here's the thing though, like it's hard sometimes for us because we get so excited about whoever we have on. That's why we have on who we choose, right? But then people who listen oftentimes don't have the breadth of history, right? So it's like we don't pick people because we're like, oh, you battled last weekend on the Grand Prix. We pick people because we're like, oh, this guy, had we known it, started that subreddit or whatever. And like, that's why we love talking to the people we have on. So like, I feel like we don't see a lot of, let's get Bagnall on, let's get Avocado on, let's talk to Copasetic about not what he's doing in battle rap himself battling. Like, and that's why we have so many eclectic guests on. If you actually ran back through the people we've had on so far, I mean, why are we having Nameless on in 2020?
No shit. Yeah.
Right. But like, that's what we love about it. Yeah.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's my bro. And the Kid Twist one was dope too.
Twist. Yeah. Twist was fun. Twist was a lot of fun. It was funny. I reached out to Kid Twist in February, and he said that he's working on a few new things. That Yasake or whatever the fuck it was called, that anime one, happened to be one of them, right? And he's like, hit me back around April 1st, the start of April, we'll figure it out. And it's not like I just logged it in my brain. I so happened to look at my DMs to go message someone, and it was the last thing from Twist, and I saw it, and it happened to be April 1st. Right away, I hit him. I was like, "You thought I'd forget, didn't you, motherfucker?" And he just laughed, and he was like, "No, now is the perfect time, right?" And like, fuck it, it's amazing. Funny. It's funny too, because Kid Twist, he may not exactly be fucking Leonardo DiCaprio, the grand scheme of popularity. To me, Kid Twist is a fucking legend, right? Like, I would rather talk to him than Leonardo DiCaprio. I'd rather have him on my show.
KOTD champ.
Let's not get crazy now.
Yeah, I know, Amy. It's one of your many husbands, but fucking, yeah, like to me, that's a huge thing. So for him to be so forthcoming with his time and giving and everything, it was fucking awesome.
Well, that's what I mean. Like him, Poison Pen, Nameless was a good example. I mean, these guys don't actively do anything on the front line for people to see it, and so it's kind of a weird circumstance sometimes to be like, but we really want to talk to you for 4 hours, please.
Yeah, there's a lot of people working from behind the scenes and making this culture what it is today, and it's just inspiring. You see the love, and it's really strong. It's like I imagine how people saw MMA when they're doing it in gymnasiums and like schools and like whatever. It's like, no, this is something here. You've got something here, and we're gonna stick with it, and we're gonna push it, and we're gonna help these artists and these athletes. We're gonna help them get to the next level where this can be something that supports them and supports them, their family.
See, like I would really want at the end of this season, I would love like a roundtable of like Gully and J-Pro and Troy and you and Steve Finch and like Avocado and like that at the end of the season. You know what I mean?
Yes, a roundtable. I've been trying to. I had a concept like that I was working on for Hip Hop Vancouver when we were going to throw a big event, and we'd have everybody like the regeneration event that we did with Marv One, Real Deal, and Marv One, Real Deal. Quest McCody came out, you know, and what the fuck am I thinking of? Battle Marv One, Sketch Menace Battles, Real Deal. Oh, Chilla Jones, right.
Oh, the ellipsis.
Yeah, exactly. You have them at a round table. That's a lot of, you know, battle rap superstardom. And, you know, talk about whatever, you bring the KOTD staff together, you talk about whatever, like that's great content. People would love to see that. If you guys ever organize a round table, that'll be, you know, you guarantee that, that the culture will eat that up. They want that. For sure.
You know what's tough is we've had the majority of those people on. It's getting everybody together at once, which I'm sure you have experienced many times.
Yeah, you watch the what is it? They do the actors one, the actors roundtable for.
Oh, you talking about that was hosted by John Farver or whatever from way back in the day?
Yeah. You get right. You get a bunch of people who are like masters in their craft.
Yeah. They sit around, they have dinner and shit, and they talk about stuff. Yeah,
totally. That's like, man, that's missing from the culture right now. If we had something like that, you know, we could just have a bunch of people spit game, just tell us what's on their mind when they're a part of this culture. It's just like, you know, like I'm saying, you know, you have these ideas and eventually they come to fruition and it creates something a lot bigger than what we have right now. It's like,
the problem that I think could happen with the round table is you'd have to have a head. You'd have to have somebody that's conducting everything.
Moderator.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah, because if it's just like, yo, let's put this unique group of people together and watch them or listen to them speak about what's going on and say it's S1, right? Or after the season, they're going to recap the whole thing. Someone has to kick it off, right? And at those dead moments, they have to keep it going. They have to bounce ideas off people because, right, if nobody's
we got Lush, we're done. Next topic.
That's okay. That's exactly appoint Lush as that guy, right? Without someone being appointed, if it's just like, hey, you guys sit down now, speak to each other. I think it's you know, you can get people like, I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about now.
Yeah, no, these guys are, I mean, the guys that you're talking about, and I know because you've interviewed them, like so knowledgeable. Like it's a problem to get me to stop talking about battle rap. Like
who is the battle rap, the verbal battle rap encyclopedia to you? Like who's your number one that you're like, I could just listen to this person forever?
Oh yeah. Man, you know, everybody has a lot more knowledge than me. I'm going to be real with you. Like I came 2010. That's sort of late to the game. Like I feel like a lot of people know the OG stuff. You know, when I talk to people, they were watching Smack DVDs or they were watching the WRCs and Scrimmel Jam and stuff like that. And it's just like, you know, I soak all that up when I talk to Sketch Menace, you know, it's with great deference because of his experience running a KOTD division and his just knowledge, his own personal experience battling those guys and setting up those classic battles and working with some of the best in the world. It's everybody around me is a wealth of knowledge that I don't have, and so I'm just trying to soak up what I can. Even Willie B, you know, the guy I was telling you about earlier, who was running the division before me, he was running the massacre events like on the ground. He was the guy doing the blackout with Drake. He was the guy, like, because you can organize event, but running an event is different, right? Like making sure that security has what they need, making sure that the battlers are prepared and on stage at the right time.
Like basically the operations manager of the event.
You're the mom. You're momming everybody is what you're doing.
You're momming everyone.
Fuck, that is absolute. Like I think that's what I struggled with the most when I was running the division here, because I was really stressed out running from one problem to the next, and that really affects the vibe, right? Because the battlers see you and you're just like, okay, in 5 minutes, you need to be here. and I'm gonna go find this other person. So just and then then they like absorb that energy, and it's fucking kills the vibe and kills the mood. So so you have somebody who's really good at it, somebody who's really talented. They're very natural, very calm. Then the event runs much smoother, and
delegating tasks too. That is a unique thing. Because, like, okay, say you're an operations manager in an office. It's like, okay, well, you're fucking accounts receivable, you're accounts payable, you're this, you're that. But with this shit, it's not like, oh, yeah, you got your bachelor's in fucking battle rap matchmaking. That's your job.
Exactly.
Right? Like, who do you delegate what to?
Man. That's exactly it. And then on top of that, hey, did you do it for free?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. You'll be at the event and everything, but you also won't get to watch it as a fan. You're going to be running around working all night long.
Legit. The only reason that I was ever in a position to run the division here is because I just kept showing up. Like I would show up at the events and I would do photography, and then I would do a review for Hip Hop Vancouver, and then I would like start battling, and
wherever
then I
you're
would
needed.
like. Yeah, right. And then eventually it was like, okay, this fucking guy is
can't get rid of this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's not fucking leaving.
Get him
probably
where you
gonna
fit
be
it, man.
here. Yeah. So I'm really grateful to have the team that we have. Ellipsis is so easy to work with and such a really helpful and inspiring guy. And my guy G Show, I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah.
G Show's super dope, super quality human being. Really love him. And then my guy Kai, who's starting to battle rap right now by the name Kaiser. That's my brother. Like he's in there in the thick of it. Whatever we need, he's down for the cause, and that just makes all the difference in the world.
You getting into battle rap, like it's funny you say. Well, I mean, like being a participant was 2010, so and that's. You say that's kind of late, but that contradicts what you said earlier, where it's still in its infancy now. So that shit was still in diapers when you got involved.
That's true. You got me. You got me.
But before you decided to test your skills in that realm, just being a fan, I know you mentioned Disaster vs. A-Class is one of the first things you watched. But like, who are some of the guys that made you fucking be like, yo, like this guy is fucking God to me? Like, who are some of the people that just made your fucking head spin when you first heard them, whether it be Grind Time, early KOTDs, Scribble Jam, whatever it may have been?
Disaster was really crazy. I'm not gonna lie, Disaster was huge.
Oh, it's a
I
fact.
watched Don't Flop a lot. Yeah, I mean, I really, really loved Don't Flop. And I was really, really sad about what happened there. And then locally, we had guys like Pigsty and DDSS and Apiola, the Blunt Force guys. And Pigsty was like friendly to me. Like I remember I wanted to interview him for Hip Hop Vancouver, and I did a terrible job. I had no idea what I was doing. I remember we met at the bar, and I was like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a fucking pint. I'm gonna get like a big pitcher actually, and we'll just pitcher, and then everything will be chill. And I show up with a pitcher, and he's got his own beer, and I was like, okay, you know what? You got your own beer? He's like, yeah, I just want to have this little bit. I was like, okay, fine. So I drank the whole pitcher before I interviewed him.
Oh, good job.
Real smart. I was just a sloppy mess, but he would he would keep in touch with me, and he really helped me get into battle rap. And it was wild because I was watching this guy who would go out and, he battles Soul. Like I saw him live. I was there while he battled Soul, and he's fucking pulling, like he's rearranging his verse, his rounds in his head real time to rebuttal what Soul was saying. And it's mind blowing the amount of talent that he has. And to be able to watch him and like talk to him and, just see these people who are just insanely talented. I think that was really inspiring for me, for sure.
And I'm not going to get you to name names because being on the promotion side now won't be a good look for you, but there had to have been some people that you first came across when you're first a fan, and maybe even to this day that you're like, I can't stand this motherfucker.
Yeah. Let me, I got a list right here. No, the cool thing about this, and like we were saying, it's subjective. It's like art. There's some things that you appreciate and some things that maybe some people they don't like as much, but it doesn't mean that, you know, people are bad. Like, I think that I was really heavy on, you know, lyrical ability and pen game and things like that. But it took me a while to really appreciate like the Arsenals and the A wards and guys who were extremely brilliant performers, because that's a real skill in its own right. And you know, I've said this before, the greatest pens in the game are all of varying success, but the greatest performers are all top tier.
Yo, that's fucking very true.
Yeah,
That
performance
is
huge.
Very true.
Yeah, it's great to see Lou Cypher getting the respect and the due that he.
Because
Because
Amy's been waving the Lou Cypher flag for a couple years now.
Yeah,
She's very big on him.
He's an amazing performer. I remember when he battled Loso and he had that like oh man, he had the fucking crazy scheme and he was just going off, and he started like saying, oh, you think performance is everything? Well, I can perform too. And then he did like an imitation where he started performing and writing, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, that's fucking top tier shit. That's the Lou Cypher that everybody wants to see, is like you fucking going off. And you know, he's more just like a casual laid back guy, so that doesn't come out too often. But I'm seeing it in the season 1, and it's just it's super exciting.
Yeah. Who do you think's had? Okay, we could go with just the numbers. They say numbers don't lie. We can go with the $150s, the Mad Flex, and the Bill Collector. But really, like, you know, your own opinion. What are some of the performances during season 1 that have stood out to you that you think are fucking, you know, forget what the score was, the judges' rounds. To you, those were fucking, you know, exactly what you're looking for, top tier.
Yeah, I mean, this is a weird gray area because I'm not a judge, so I guess it doesn't matter. But
I guess because of that. Yeah, you can't really talk on that too much. Yeah. I understand that position. Okay,
but
so
I do love. I'll say, you know, I really love what City did. I mean, I know XQZ's super talented, and I really appreciate what's
that scheme
XQZ brings. But City was just fucking on fire. He was just. This is like somebody who came to get $100,000. That's what I saw.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's been a few of those moments, like the Mad Flex $150. That was well deserved, but it wasn't like that was a slaughtering. You know what I mean? Those were solid 10-9s. He won all 3 rounds 10-9. Right?
Yeah, and that's what it's about. You know, people got to know that sometimes it's not going to be like that. Sometimes it's just going to be a clear win. If you got a clear win, that's all that matters.
Yep. Yeah, it's not like that was a body bag or anything like that. It was solid win all 3 rounds.
Yeah, and you know, there's going to be amazingly close battles that don't get 150, and it's like, wow, both performers just fucking killed it. But
the Riggs battle. The Riggs battle, that was crazy.
Amazing battle. And both those guys, they got good amount of points. And that's how the score is going to play out in the long run, you know, right? Like right now, after one battle, it's going to be like, how come these guys don't have as many points? But in their next battle, they bring that same fire, and all of a sudden they're, you know, top of the standings. So that's something that I think will show up over time.
Yeah. So we've learned a lot about you tonight, and your track record in battle rap and what you do. What have we missed? Have we missed anything? Like, are you going to tell us that you make the cards for Smack? Like, what have we missed?
No, I mean, I love to just shoot the shit with you guys. I like I said, you know, it's a challenge for me to. I know when I go into a public setting and I'm with my girl or something, people say, "Hey, what do you do?" And I'll be like, I remember I got her because I like sort of couched it. She was like, "Oh, what do you do?" I was like, "Oh, well, you know, competitive performance art."
Oh yeah, okay. Bodied.
That's really what I'm sort of into. It's really a niche, but you know, as soon as you say battle rap, then you got to start explaining shit.
Yeah.
And that's just
it's. Have you ever seen 8 Mile? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but not really.
But not right. Yeah.
I battled the guy in 8 Mile. I battled that guy.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Actually, let's not go there.
Says the guy who brought it up, but here we are.
Yeah, that's my thing. So yeah, no, I love being able to kick it with you guys, and I appreciate you reaching out. This is a lot of fun for sure.
So wait, you don't do anything full time on the side? How do you like that?
Yeah, no, I'm an actor, so I work
What?
on film and television in Vancouver here.
What?
So-
You feel like a marketing forward kind of guy to me.
Oh, well, which? Sorry.
Marketing.
It's so weird. It's so weird. That's like the second time I've heard that in like 2 days.
Well,
And I don't know. I'm really shit at selling things.
whoa, marketing and sales
know,
are way
right?
different.
But like with battle rap, it's just like this passion, and I think it's like I have like a underdog complex where I really fuck with the underdog, and right now I don't feel like battle rap is getting the appreciation that it, like the potential it has. Like when we talk about sponsors and sponsorships, I'm saying to them, they're saying, oh, well, what's your demographic? It's 18 to 35-year-old men and women, and we have their attention for half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
So like, what do you want? Like,
So hit me with your IMDb link, dude.
oh, that's not where we're gonna go. But
No,
there is a credit on there that actually I fuck with. I helped my friend do a short film about battle rap, which I really love.
What's it called?
It's called Cypher, and it's one of the few battle rap films out there without a white male protagonist.
Good
It's
job.
actually super brilliant. His concept was like, no shade obviously to anybody, but his concept was, it's the post LA riots where there's a lot of tension between the Black and Korean communities, and there's a young Korean kid who wants to be a rapper, and he joins up with this sort of like battle rap community, and they're sort of expressing their pain and their trauma of the things that they went through in battle rap to each other. And it's just like super intense. Just a short film that we did for a film festival, but it got a lot of awards. One of like some screenwriting awards, which I'm proud of. It's on my Instagram. Hey, whatever.
Yeah, no big deal. Whatever.
Whatever.
I feel like I have either seen this or have read a lot about it. I know
No,
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you just know who Dumbfounded is.
Well, okay.
He would have been great. Hey, if we do a
Exactly.
feature, if we turn it into a feature,
Yep.
get dumb out.
No, that's fucking super cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. But
Yeah.
also,
But
like,
yeah.
so your job is you're an actor.
Yeah, I'm heavily involved in the film and television community here in Vancouver. I have been since I was a kid. That's just sort of been my thing.
Wow.
I'm a front of camera guy. So, you know, when Organic and them hit me up to like run the analytics, I was like, am I that guy?
I think you need some talent.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Holy shit, eh?
Yeah,
So, like,
hey, we did it.
What have you been like? I know that you talked about like the short film, this, that, but like, what are you working or on? Like commercials, television shows, movies?
So yeah, not too much commercials right now. I don't really fuck with commercials. There's so little, you know, acting. If I had my way, I would just do theater for the rest of my life. You know,
Like
that shit is
live
here's
theater?
the crowd, here's the material. Let's just do it. And then commercials it's just like here's 5 seconds of you going, yum. It's a little divorced from the art side of it, and I sound like a silly saying that, but
No.
I really love the performance stuff. So anything that I can get my hands on there, hey, if you'll hire me, you'll pay me, I'll act for you.
So the short answer is TV is where you're at generally.
Yeah, TV, and then I'll do, you know, stand in and background work if I have to. I've been standing in for The Flash recently. I don't know if you guys fuck with that.
I have no idea what that is. What is it?
But it's like The Flash. It's like
The Flash. I thought you said the Flat. Oh, the Flash,
No,
like the superhero.
I look like him. I'm like
You do.
1 inch
You're
taller
like a
than
twin,
him.
right?
So it's like it's kind of a thing. But
Can you run?
But
you
yeah,
run?
well, you'd be surprised how much of that is special effects.
Wow, this is going way off the rails. Wait, do you dabble? So are you like, okay, like I just love all of the media and all of the and like people ask me for help and I jump in and I get bored. Maybe I'll do a podcast. Maybe I'll be a grip on set one day. Oh, sure, I can do some graphics. Like, do you do that kind of shit?
Yeah, actually, it's weird. I've had to like tone down the graphics because I was getting a lot of requests for work, and I don't really have the equipment to be able to do that on a professional level. But I do love like art and drawing and creating stuff. You know, wherever I'm needed, you know, for illegitimate for my crew, I'm happy to like create concepts. And I just helped shoot a music video from my bro Azrael, where I was like doing the lighting and the camera work and stuff like that. It's just it's a great place to be creative here in Vancouver. So I'm lucky that I have the infrastructure and the friends and the avenues to be able to express myself like that, for sure.
That's so cool.
Super lucky.
Jason's
Super
like
lucky.
blown away. That's his
Yeah.
surprise face. He doesn't
This
even know what to say.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's super neat. It's you're just into
Man.
so many different interesting avenues in life. It's not like, you know, it's
Yeah.
the battle rap and the Reddit, but yo, I fucking build automotive parts on a line 7 to 3 every day, right? Like, there's always one box that doesn't get checked off, but you seem to check them all off. That's cool as shit, man.
I've been extremely lucky. Like, it's really like crazy how lucky I've been to just be in the position where like this stuff can happen. And I'm just so grateful. Like, you know, everybody that I work with has been so good to me. And like La Sparka, you know, the most welcoming, loving guy. Willie B, like a genius level community builder, like organic, you know, taking his time to impart his years of wisdom, his decades of wisdom on battle rap, and Gully as well. Like, shouts out to Gully, just whose passion is like unrivaled. His just I don't know what happened where I was able to sort of like fall into this, but I'm just very grateful, and I consider myself extremely lucky.
And you're obviously very, very proud of Vancouver. So my question is, that has always been on my travel bucket list. I've never been there. So I mean, obviously everybody's like tourist things, and let me hop on Yelp, and I know 3 people that live there, and they are all going to tell me to go do the same thing. Like, what does somebody do if they've never been there before?
I am the fucking worst at it. This is why we put Sparka in charge. Oh my God. I took A class, Isaac Knox, and who else? And Frankie Fraser. And I took them in a fucking rental car out to the beach where we smoked a blunt. And then Frankie doesn't smoke, but like, and then we got stuck in traffic on the way back. I was in traffic for an hour. I'm just like, so this is this street.
So I don't want to sit in a car with you in traffic for an hour, but if you could just tell me something to go do, maybe that would be helpful.
Yeah, no, we got we've got a lot of stuff here, definitely.
Good, that's helpful.
Just like outdoor stuff and sights to see and fun things to do. I'm sure, probably. But I'm just the wrong guy. I'm a terrible tour guide for some reason.
I know, I believe you. That's absolutely true. Yes. Yeah, I got
dense at it. You know, this is why. I
like,
stick
what do
to
you?
my lane.
But like, what you like doing things? You don't sit at home and stare at your ceiling. So what are those things?
You'd be surprised at how much ceiling staring goes on in this house. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm working, right? I'm being self-employed. It's like, you know, when we get off this call, I've got work to do for Reddit, and I've got, you know, stuff to do for Sunday's event for KOTD, and there's like, it's like, you know, all this stuff is building right now. So every hour that I can spend on it, I do. I'm a huge bore. I don't know what to say. This is a terrible answer. I'm the most boring guy you'll ever meet. I just don't go out. I don't do that sort of stuff. You know, I've got a fucking 10 o'clock bedtime. Like, this is my life.
You really are bad at this marketing thing, eh?
I'm so bad. Oh my God.
I mean, I watch Golden Girls every night before I go to bed because I'm an old lady. So here we are.
It's a great show. It's a quality show. If you come out, I will make sure you have a good time. I will
sit in traffic.
Yeah. Watch people smoke blunts. Great.
I will. Yeah, I'll connect you. Right. I remember Frankie came out here and he was like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Oh man, let's go smoke some weed." And he's like, "I don't smoke weed." And I was like, "Oh, we could go to this spot." And he's like, "What's at that spot?" "Oh, this is a great spot to like smoke some weed."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're not really the guy that I want to talk to. I'm like, "Yeah, you talk to Sparka," and Sparka's like, "Hey man, you want to smoke some weed?"
All right.
But yeah.
I'll
But yeah, you should come out anyways.
I will. I want to.
She'd have to come up then out.
Up and
Oh.
out. Yeah, I'm down in the bowels of southern United States.
Oh, cool. Where are you at?
Well, Chattanooga,
Tennessee.
No way. My sister's in Tennessee. My sister's in Nashville.
Oh yes, she's like 2 hours from here. I'm like 2 hours from Nashville and then 2 hours from Atlanta in the other direction.
There's a great battle league down there in Nashville, and I'm trying to link up with them so that we can I can go down there, see my sister, and maybe do a battle.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Nashville scene. Obviously, like a matter of fact, I wanted to go to Atlanta tomorrow to watch Nestle and twerk, but that fucking thing's not happening now.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why. Ness is very upset and is clear, and Lex has already said it was out of his control and he's pissed. So twerk just canceled again, I guess, but I'm not sure. And so anyway, the point was,
I mean, there's leagues everywhere, right? Like that's the cool thing about battle rap is like anywhere you want to go, you know. My girl's always like, hey, we should go on vacation. I'm like, hey, have you ever been to the Philippines?
I fucking knew that was coming.
How would you like to go to Belfast? Because I know some people
way higher on the list, even for battle rap, than Nashville. No offense to your whoever, but
oh yeah, no, good people too. Really welcoming. Like, you know, you battle rap. The culture here is very welcoming. You want to come, you want to go any place in America, and they've got something going on. I mean, Idaho's got their league down in Washington. They got a bunch of leagues. They got leagues in Alberta, Canada. They got leagues friggin' everywhere. So,
all right, I'll tell you what. By trade, I'm a pastry chef. So,
oh, cool.
Yep. So you come to Nashville, and I'll bring you things that you would happily eat stoned. Okay, and then you'll have time to figure out something to tell me to do, so I'm not staring at a mountain or an
here's the
ocean
thing.
in Vancouver.
Yo, did you see this? Would have been probably like 3-4 months ago now.
Great.
The KOTD cookie that was posted in Talkback. It was shaped
Somebody
like the
made a cookie.
It was shaped like the KOTD symbol.
The logo.
The logo. Did you see that?
No. That's awesome,
it got all kinds of fucking likes and comments and everything. Amy's the one that made it and posted it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. It's
Amazing.
funny because we've had people on that saw it, and I'm like, that was Amy, and they're like, what? No fucking way! I saw that. Yeah,
that's rad.
Yeah.
The community is the best. Like that's the shit. That's what this is built around. You know, especially with the COVID and everything being shut down, and you find that like people spend a little bit of time away, and then they come together for an event, and it's just magic. It's just like, man, this is what we're here for. It's just like getting to see your friends, getting to hang out. That's really what it's about. That's like the crux of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Also, blackout. That's what it's all about. Let's do that again, please.
Fuck yes. That was
Yes.
amazing.
So
Blackouts. Unreal. For sure. I love that shit.
All right. Is there anything else we need to touch on before we let you get out of here?
That's
Amy?
it, man. I mean, shit. Check out my battles. Check out my music. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, and
vote for me when I go into politics, because that's all the fucking way I know how to act when I answer any question.
I mean, definitely subscribe to the channel. What can I say? You know, support your local battle rap. And if you think you can get in, just get in the ring and give it a shot. I expect to see both of you with your tryout battles.
Oh,
Right.
fuck.
Yeah,
Very
got
soon.
it. Sure.
Fucking Sharon's been bugging me for like damn near 10 years now. He's like, I know there's something in you. No, there's not. There's nothing there, Sharon.
A bunch of
Oh,
weed,
man.
Sharon. That's it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. I'm just an asshole in my everyday life. So he thinks there might be a little caustic in me or something.
Man, that shit translates.
Yeah, until I get up there and shit the fucking bed and say nothing.
That's fun too.
I would pay for that.
Yeah. I'm sure you
It's
would.
fun for
Amy.
somebody.
Yeah, not me. All right. Thanks for joining us so much, man. We really appreciate your time. For Copasetic Soul, Amy Barton, Kirill Kasatskiy, I'm Jay Kelly. This is The Building Downtown. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Building downtown.